What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Entertainment Highlights. I'm your host, Daniel. After over a year, I am finally back with a new episode of your favorite YouTube channel. The reason I was absent for a long time was because at this time last year, I got the opportunity of a lifetime. I got the chance to work at Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida during the Disney College Program. The Disney College Program is an internship that allows college students to have a chance to work at the most magical place on earth in Orlando, Florida. There are several roles you can work at, including, but not limited to, character attendant, performer, and food and beverage. I was in the role of merchandise in the theater animation district in Hollywood Studios, which includes stores such as Tatooine Traders, which is after the Star Tours ride, and Jesse's Trading Post in Toy Story Land after Midway Mania. The internship was something I've dreamed of attending for several years, and it was a blast. I visited all of the parks as well as Disney Springs, got a chance to go to some exciting events all around Disney World, and getting a chance to see Alfonso Ribeiro, Julianne Hough, and the Rocket Man himself, Elton John, perform live for the Disney Christmas special. The Disney College Program will always be one of my favorite memories, and I hope to return one day to Disney World and to work for Mickey again. Throughout my time, I had several favorite shows and attractions that I would watch in the parks, but my two favorites were Fantasmic and Happily Ever After. Fantasmic is a nighttime show in Hollywood Studios that features fireworks, characters, water effects, and pyrotechnics. The show is about Mickey Mouse's imagination and his battle against classic Disney villains. The spectacular features many Disney songs and characters, including a 45-foot-tall Maleficent dragon. This is one of my favorite nighttime specials at Disney. With all the classic music, the sets, props, the special effects, and the classic battle between good and evil, it was one of my favorite performances to watch, and it meant a lot because of getting to sell merchandise from Fantasmic during the show. Fantasmic is my personal favorite show offered to Disney, and is truly an experience you do not want to miss. One of my other favorite nighttime shows is the Happily Ever After fireworks show. This incredible fireworks extravaganza uses lights, lasers, and special effects, plus a soundtrack featuring contemporary versions of beloved Disney songs, as well as a new single featuring Jordan Fisher and Angie Kellyhauer. The projections of characters are casted onto Cinderella's castle, which captures heart and emotions of classic Disney stories. This was truly a one-of-a-kind show, and was something I dreamt of seeing ever since I got to Disney, and it was one of the most beautiful pieces of entertainment Disney has to offer. Getting into the entertainment side of things, there have been several big movies and television shows that have released over the past year. Today I just wanted to discuss some of my personal favorites from the past year. Starting with movies and a personal favorite from 2024, I wanted to discuss Twisters, the sequel to 1996's film Twister. After a devastating encounter with a tornado, Kate, played by Daisy Edgar Jones, is lured back into the open plains by her friend Javi, played by Anthony Ramos, to test a new tracking system for tornadoes. After crossing paths with social media's storm chaser Tyler Owens, played by Glenn Powell, the two must band together in order to save themselves from life-threatening tornadoes and storms. This film quickly became one of my favorites of the past year. With action, suspense, and the thrills of the dangerous twisters, it is enough to keep everyone's hearts pounding throughout the film. Jones, Powell, and Ramos all give some great acting throughout the film, and the music is catchy, such as Luke Combs' Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. Overall, it was a great blockbuster for the summer, and I highly recommend checking out if you haven't seen it yet.
Let's ride. It's all right to be scared. Fear's the reason you do it. You don't face your fears, you ride them.
Holy.
You ever see anything like this?
Not like this.
Hold on, hold on, hold on!
Jumping into some of this year's movies, I'm starting with the finale of an epic saga that will keep you on the edge of your seat for the whole film. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning sees Tom Cruise return to the role of Ethan Hunt as he and his IMF team must race against time in order to destroy the Entity, a life-threatening AI that can destroy mankind. In the finale, we see Hunt reunite with Haley Atwell's Grace, Ving Rhames' Luther, and Simon Pegg's Benji. This film was notable because of all the crazy stunts that Cruise and his team performed throughout, including an underwater submarine escape, a burning parachute dive, and a turning upside down while hanging on the edge of a biplane. Mission Impossible has been a personal favorite series of mine for years, and I love to watch all of the films and the insane stunts of Cruise. I highly recommend the films if you're looking for an action-packed saga to enjoy.
You've always been on the right side, brother. I have no regrets. Neither should you. I need you to trust me. One last time.
One of the best original films of the decade so far, in my opinion, is Apple Studios' F1. Starring Brad Pitt, we are introduced to Sonny Hayes, a Formula One race car driver who hasn't raced since a near career-ending accident. 30 years later, Hayes is convinced by an old friend to return to the track to join a hotshot rookie to assist their struggling Formula One race team. The film also stars Javier Bardem, Kerry Condon, and Damson Idris. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, the director of Top Gun: Maverick, the film was a true underrated masterpiece. The visuals alone were some of the best I've seen in a movie in a long time. The acting by Pitt and the cast were really good, and I enjoyed the story. It's very refreshing to see an original film surrounded by a world of reboots, sequels, and remakes. Overall, F1 was one of the best films of the year so far and is really worth a watch.
I'm offering you an open seat in Formula One. The only place you could say, if you win, you are the absolute best in the world.
One of Marvel's latest releases tells a new story about Marvel's first family. Fantastic Four: First Steps features Mr. Fantastic, played by Pedro Pascal, Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, played by Vanessa Kirby, Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, played by Joseph Quinn, and Ben Grimm as the Thing, played by Ebon Moss-Bachrach, as they must defend the Earth against the Silver Surfer and the Devourer of Worlds, Galactus. I thought this was one of the better Marvel films that have released in recent years. It has some great action, amazing visuals, and even a little bit of comedy. I really enjoyed the family aspect of the film, of the four coming together as well as the world building of the film and what it sets up next, especially with that post-credits scene. Overall, this was a very enjoyable film, and I can't wait to see what Marvel has planned for Doomsday next year.
We'll face it together.
As a family.
What time is it, Ben?
No.
What time is it, Ben?
No, Johnny.
Say it!
I don't wanna!
Say it!
Over the past year, several popular TV shows have released, either featuring new seasons or being reboots of childhood favorites. One of my favorite series growing up was Disney's Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb tells about two brothers trying to make the most of each summer day, building crazy contraptions from a roller coaster to a rocket ship to space, while also avoiding their bus-crazy sister Candace. While the boys build their inventions, their pet platypus Perry, in secret, is a double agent, tasked with thwarting the plans of the evil Dr. Doofenshmirtz and his nefarious innators. A few years ago, I had mentioned that 2 new seasons have been announced, with the original creators Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh returning to create the new seasons. Fast forward a few years, the series has premiered this past summer, featuring several of the original cast of the show and new episodes that feel like the classics episodes in the first season. Phineas and Ferb was one of my favorite shows growing up, and I am so glad to see the series return. Throughout the series, there is something for everyone to enjoy, from the jokes to the toe-tapping musical numbers. I highly recommend streaming the series on Disney+. New episodes will premiere soon.
Last year, we set the bar real high and we deserve to take a bow. But I'm confident we can top ourselves somehow. Top ourselves somehow. Summer is starting right now. Summer is starting right now. Summer is starting right now. School's out, we just got through it. Summer starts now, so let's get to it, 'cause summer is starting. I think we all know what this is regarding, 'cause there's a brand new summer and it's starting right now. It's starting right now.
One of Netflix's hit series returned for a second season and has already been guaranteed for a third season. Wednesday, starring Jenna Ortega as the titular character, follows the famous Addams character to Nevermore Academy, a boarding school for supernaturals, where she attempts to master her psychic abilities and solve a monstrous killing spree connected to a decades-long mystery surrounding her parents. The series also stars Emma Myers, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Louise Guzman, and Evie Templeton. The more I watched the show, the more invested I became. While it does have a bit of horror elements, the show seemed to lean more into the murder mystery side of things. It got me hooked trying to guess who or what murdered and all the mysteries surrounding the show. Jenna Ortega is spectacular in the role and really emphasizes the mysterious side of Wednesday. The second season recently premiered on Netflix, and after that cliffhanger ending, I hope should return very soon.
Women like us, we forge our own path. Dig our own grave.
What the hell happened? Wednesday happened.
Bravo!
Wednesday Addams is here. It's Addams with 2 Ds, like padded room.
Finally, the first trailer released for the first Star Wars film on the big screen in 7 years. The Mandalorian and Grogu, featuring the duo from the Disney Plus show, comes to the big screen for their next big adventure. Starring Pedro Pascal as the Mandalorian, we will see what happens as Mando and Grogu are recruited by the New Republic to help protect everything the rebellion stood for. While not much else is known about the plot, we catch several interesting shots in the trailer, from the return of the Razor Crest to even the return of Zeb the Lasat from Star Wars Rebels. The Mandalorian is one of my favorite projects from Disney Star Wars, so I will be seated in theaters when it releases on May 22nd, 2026.
Impressive.
That's all I have for today. Join me next time for a very special episode that I'm sure will be very popular. Until then, that's all, folks.